going to be showing you how to create this darling bobble beard. It comes in various sizes. You can make it for like newborn all the way up to adult. And the pattern is by Ashlee Marie. I'll include the link here and periodically throughout this film so that you can go over and follow along with the pattern. The great thing is that whatever size you're making, it just requires just a few simple different types of stitches, the bobble stitch, the half double crochet, and a few single crochets. So it's really a great pattern. Please check out Ashlee Marie's blog. She has so much wonderful stuff. I love that blog. So what's great about this pattern is that just depending on like the yarn weight you use or the hook size you use, you can make any hat, any size. That works great for all ages. And I love the detail of this bobble here. So here are some finished beards in various sizes. The thing about this pattern is that it is written to use a lighter weight yarn. So if you're making the beards with a medium weight, that's what these are, you're going to want to use a smaller hook than she asks for in the pattern. She used a 5.5, and for all of these are either using a size 5 or 4.25. So you can kind of see the difference here. This is still a medium weight yarn, but it's definitely a lighter weight. And this is actually the exact same pattern as this one. And the only thing that was different, I used the exact same size hook, but you'll see here that the size of the beard, the final product, is significantly different. So the nice thing is that you can use this pattern and change up, you know, either the weight of the yarn or the size hook, and you can get the size that you want. So these are both the size extra small. This one's with the lighter weight yarn, and then these are the size small. This one's the lighter weight yarn, and I also used a smaller, oh wait, no, I used the same size hook for this one, which was a 4.25. Over here, these are a bit of a heavier weight of yarn, and you can see the size difference there. That's all that I changed, for just the weight of the yarn. This is a medium with size 4. This is the Red Heart Super Saver yarn. So if you're going to use Red Heart Super Saver, I highly recommend that you just do the medium size pattern, and because the large is not needed when you're using this heavy of a yarn. And then this here, I just added these. This is just a hook onto your ears. This was actually just for a white elephant, but you could also do that, and then you can turn any hat into a bearded hat. So Ashlee Marie's pattern comes in extra small, small, medium, and large. She generally recommends the extra small for infants, small for toddlers and children, medium for children and teens and even adults, and large for adults. But you can also, you know, just by changing up the hook size, you can really adjust just about any of the patterns to get the look that you want. So here's a size small with the medium weight yarn, and I used a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. And this is going to fit a toddler size perfectly. And then this is a small, and this one is made with a 5 millimeter crochet hook. And you can see the difference in size. So you really will be able to get, you can see that, the look that you want just by changing hook size and things like that. You can also instead follow her medium or large if you want to do a larger size, or you can just move up a hook size, use like a 5.5 or 6 millimeter crochet hook if you want to do a large. And yeah, it's such a great pattern, and so I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Today I'm going to be making another one of these, the child size, and I'm going to be using the 5 millimeter crochet hook. This tutorial will still be helpful for you no matter what size hat you're making. The pattern will just be slightly different. for those other sizes. So just keep that in mind. But I will go over all the stitches that are helpful. So whether you're making an infant size all the way up to an adult size, this tutorial is still for you. All right, so for the size small, which we're making, the first thing we need to do is we need to chain 32. So I'm going to wrap this around my thumb and then pull up some yarn. Okay, and that's what we're going to start our chain in. We just kind of leave that long there. So to chain, you're going to hold the hook like this. Got your working yarn back here. You're going to wrap it around and pull through, and that's a chain. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that total of 32 times. We just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just keep going until you get to 32. So we chained 32. Now in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do 1 single crochet. So, and we're just going to do that all the way around. Now when you're doing these single crochets, you're going to want to go in, you want to have 2 loops on top and 1 on bottom. See that? So that's where you're going to be going in for each of these stitches. So there's 1, and now we're just going to work our way down. Okay, again, make sure that there's 2 loops on top. And we're just going to work that single crochet all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so I've done 1 single crochet all the way across, and now we're in our last stitch. Okay, so again, we just want to make sure that we've got the 2 on top. And that is the end of row 1. So now we're going to start row 2. And to do that, we chain 2. And that's for all sizes. Okay, so for this size small, we're going to turn. We're going to do 2 half double crochets, and then we're going to do a bobble stitch, and then we're going to repeat half double crochet, bobble stitch, half double crochet, bobble stitch, all the way across. So we're just doing the 2 half double crochets at the beginning and 2 half double crochets at the end. Depending on your pattern, this might be a little bit different depending on the size, so make sure that you look at that pattern. Alright, so we're going to go into this first stitch here with a half double crochet. So for half double crochet, you wrap it around, the yarn around, go into that first stitch, pull through. Now you've got 3 on your hook, wrap it around, pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. Okay, we're going to repeat that for the next stitch. We've got 3 on our hook, wrap it around, pull through all 3. Okay, so now we're going to do our first bobble stitch. The bobble stitch, it's really not too complicated, but it can get easy, kind of lose track. So make sure that you pay attention here, and I'll go through it a few times. So we're going to wrap the yarn around, going to go into that stitch. So, and then we pull through. We now have 3 on the hook. We're going to pull through and pull through 2 only. Now we have 2 on our hook. Okay, now we're going to wrap the yarn around, go back into the hook. Wrap it around. Now we have 4. Pull through 2. Now we have 3 on our hook. Wrap it around, go back into that stitch, pull through 2. Now we have 4. Wrap it around. This is the last time we're going in. Pull through 2. And now we have 5. So once you have the 5 on the hook, after pulling through 2, that's when you are pretty much done with the bobble stitch. Now we just wrap around one more time. We pull through all 5, and that's our first bobble stitch. And what's going to happen is on this other side, see, it's going to puff just a little bit. And that's what creates this cute texture within the beard. So that's your bobble. If you feel like it's too puffy, you can actually shorten it and do the bobble only to 4 stitches. If you want it more exaggerated, you could do 6. It's totally up to you. This pattern asks for 5, and I think it turns out really, really cute. Okay, so now we've done 1 bobble. So now we're going to rotate doing the bobble and half double crochet, and we're just going to continue that pattern across. So there's our half double crochet. I'll do that again slowly. So half double crochet to that next stitch. So you go through, pull through, and then you pull through all 3. Okay. And then now we're going to repeat the bobble. So I'll do the bobble with you again. So wrap around, go into the hook, pull through. We have 3 in our hook, pull through 2, wrap it around, go back into that same stitch, pull through 2, wrap it around, go back into that same stitch, bring it through, pull through 2, and we've got 4, wrap it around, last time back into that stitch, pull through 2, and now we've got 5 on that stitch, so we're ready to pull through all 5. Okay, and then we go into the next stitch and we do a half double crochet. So you're just repeating that all the way across. I'll do, there's the half double crochet, and I'll do the bobble one more time. Through 2, back into the stitch, wrap it around, pull through 2, yarn over, back in the same stitch, pull through 2, yarn over, into the same stitch, pull through 2, now you've got 5, wrap it around and pull through all 5. So just repeat this across and I'll meet you here. Okay, so we're doing our last half double crochet. So in this specific pattern, it ends with 2 half double crochet on this end. Some of the other patterns, it does not. So depending on the size you're doing, it may be a little bit different. Alright, so that's what it looks like after you've finished rows 1, 2, and 3. Or sorry, just rows 1 and 2. So now we're on row 3. So we're going to chain 1 and then turn our work. And now you're going to do, we're going to do single crochet in the next 11 stitches, half double crochet in 9, and then single crochet in 11 again. Some of the other patterns you're just doing single crochet all the way across. And I mean, if that's what you want to do, the hat will or the beard will still turn out even if you do that. Alright, so I'm going to show you where these stitches are. Okay, so if you did the 2 ending in the half double crochet, your first stitch is going to be in here. Okay, for those of you who it ends on a half, just 1 half double crochet, it's going to look more like this when you're turning. Okay, and you'll be going in right there. But for this one, our first stitch, we're going to work in right here. So we're doing single crochet. Remember, we're always making sure that there's 2 strands on top. So there's 1. And then the next stitch is right here. So sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell, but yeah, that's where we're going to be working in. With these bobble stitches, the stitches just kind of look a little bit longer. There's more space, so that's going to be our next stitch. We're working right in there. And then our next stitch is right here. Okay. And then back in this big stitch. So it is a little bit tricky doing these single crochets, but once you kind of get the feel for where the stitches are, it's really not a big deal. Alright, so let's count how many we've done. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now we're going to do 9 half double crochet. So the reason why we are doing this, so here's the half double crochet, wrap it around, back in the next stitch, pull through all 3. The reason why we're doing this is it just gives a nice fit around the chin. I have seen other patterns where it doesn't ask you to do this and it still turns out great, but I have noticed with this particular pattern it turns out really well with the fit around the chin, so that's why we're doing this here. Alright, so I've got since I've been talking I kind of lost track of how many I did, so let's check here. So I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then I'm going to finish by doing 11 single crochets to the end. So I will meet you at the end after I finish these single crochets. So now we're on row 4. So we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. And again, depending on what pattern you're doing, this may be a little bit different. So make sure that you look on Ashlee Marie's page and that you're following along with the right pattern. So for this particular pattern, we're going to be doing rotating half double crochet and bobble stitch all the way across. And I think that's what it is for majority of the patterns for row 4, except for the extra small. So if you're doing the extra small, just meet us in 2 rounds. I'll be showing you how to do the half double crochet together. Okay, so we're going to do the half double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to bobble in this next stitch. So remember the bobble, pull through, you've got 3, wrap it around and pull through. So you've got 2. Wrap around, go back into the same stitch, pull through 2, now you've got 3 on the hook, wrap around back into the same stitch, pull through 2, now you've got 4, wrap it around back in the same stitch, pull through 2, now you've got 5, pull through all 5. Okay, in the next stitch we're doing just a half double crochet. Pull through 3. Next stitch, back to the bobble. Now we've got 3 on, wrap it around, pull through 2. Wrap it around back in the same stitch, pull through 2. Now you've got 3, wrap around back into the same stitch, pull through 2. Now you've got 4, wrap it around back in the same stitch, pull through 2. Now we've got 5, pull through all 5. So we're just going to repeat that. We're rotating the bobble and the half double crochet. So keep doing that all the way to the end and I will meet you there. So just a quick note about the difference between going into a half double crochet stitch and a single crochet stitch. These are the half double crochet stitches and these over here are the single crochet stitches. In the half double crochet, you're going to be going in through this hole here. Okay, where there's the 2 strands on top, 1 strand on bottom. Don't go down here or else then you're pretty much negating the reason why we did the half double crochet here. So make sure that as you're working into the half double crochets that you're working in here into that stitch right there. Now when you're working into the single crochet, which is here, okay, that's when you just go in there because there's 2 on top, 1 on bottom. See the difference there? There's a single crochet, whereas this is the half double crochet. So you work here for the half double, here for the single. So I'm going to keep going and I'll meet you here. So I'm on my last stitch of the row, which is a half double crochet through all 3. Okay, and now we've finished rows 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we're on row 5. So for row 5, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work. And this time it's going to be similar to row 3, at least for the size small. For some of the other sizes it may be different, but for the size small, we're going to do single crochet in the first 12 stitches, half double crochet in 7, and then single crochet in the last 12 again. So 12, 7, 12. So I think you guys all already know how to do this, but I will show you just again, just to make sure. So for single crochet, we're going to start in this stitch right here. Wrap it around. Pull through the 2. Okay, we're going to do a next stitch in here. Make sure you've got the 2 strands on top, 1 on bottom. 2, 3. So you're going to count to 12 for that, and then you're going to do half double crochet for 7, and then, or sorry, yes, for 7, and then single crochet for 12 again. So after you do that, I will meet you at the end of this row. We're on our last stitch for that row. We're going to work it in right here. See, so we've got the 2 on top, 1 on bottom. Okay, so that row we did the 12 single, 7 half double, 12 single. Okay, so now we're going to move on to row 6, which is where we're going to start doing half double crochet 2 together. And the reason why we have that, and that looks like HDC to TOG is what it says in the pattern. That means half double crochet together, and what that does is it's a decrease, and what that's going to do is it's going to start to help the the beard kind of turn in like this. Okay, so we're going to be decreasing some stitches. So we're going to go from 31 on this particular hat down to 27 by using some half double crochets. On the other hats it'll be a little bit different, but that's what half double crochet 2 together does, is it's a decrease. Alright, so for row 6, for the small size, we're going to chain 2, turn, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets. And for some of the other sizes, row 6 might look a little bit different, but this is what we're doing for this one. So make sure that you're referring constantly to Ashlee Marie's pattern for whatever size that you are doing. Okay, so now we're going to do a bobble stitch. Back to the same stitch, pull through 2, back to the same stitch, pull through 2, last time in that, pull through. Now pull through all 5. Okay, there's our bobble stitch. So we're going to repeat the bobble stitch, rotating bobble stitch and half double crochet. Okay, so we had our first half double crochet here, bobble, half double crochet, bobble. We're going to repeat that 4 times. And then we're going to start with our half double crochet 2 together. Wrap it around back to the same stitch. I'm working on my bobble right now. Same stitch. Pull through all 5. Half double crochet in the next stitch. Back to the bobble. Pull through 2. Back into the same stitch, pull through 2, same stitch, pull through 2, back into the same stitch last time, pull through 2, now pull through all 5, half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we've done 1, 2, 3 bobbles. Okay, this is going to be our 4th bobble. Back to the same stitch, go through 2, wrap it around, back in the same stitch, pull through 2, wrap it around, back into the same stitch, pull through 2. Now we've got 5, pull through all 5. Okay, so that's our last bobble, that. So now we're going to do our half double crochet 2 together. So for the half double crochet 2 together, we wrap it around, we go into the first stitch and pull through. So we've got 3 on our stitch, on our hook. Then we wrap it around again, go into the next stitch, pull through. So now we've got 5, pull through all 5. Okay. Then between that, we're doing another bobble. So go back, go into the next stitch, through 2, wrap it around, back in the same stitch, through 2, wrap it around, back into the same stitch, pull through 2, wrap around, back in the same stitch, pull through 2. Now we've got the 5, pull through all 5. Okay, we're doing one more half double crochet 2 together. So we wrap it around, go into the first stitch, pull through. So now we have 3. Okay, wrap that around. Okay, we're not going through. Okay, back into the neck, go into the next stitch, pull through. Now we have 5. Pull through all 5. And that's half double crochet 2 together. So you'll see that we've got 2 stitches that we've now turned into 1 for the next row. That's how we're decreasing. Okay, so now we're going to do another bobble. Pull through 2, wrap it around, back in the same stitch, pull through 2, wrap it around into the same stitch, pull through 2, wrap it around, back into the same stitch, pull through 2, and we've got 5, wrap it around and pull through all 5. Okay, so we finished that portion of the pattern. Now we're going to do 1 half double crochet. So we're doing the 1 half double crochet there, pull through all 3. Okay, and now we're going to just kind of mirror what we just did. So on this side we did 2 half double crochet 2 together, bobble, half double crochet 2 together, bobble. So now we're going to do bobble, half double crochet 2 together, bobble, half double crochet 2 together. And so pretty much it's just going to mirror what we've already done. Okay, so wrap it around, we're going to do our bobble, pull through 2, back in the same stitch, pull through 2, wrap it around into the same stitch, pull through 2, back in the same stitch, pull through 2, 5, pull through all 5. Okay, now we're going back to our half double crochet 2 together. So wrap it around, back to that next stitch, pull through, or just, yeah, so wrap it around in that first stitch, pull that through. Now we've got 3, wrap it around, go into the next stitch, pull through. Now we have 5, pull through all 5. And that's half double crochet 2 together. I'm going to do another bobble, through 2, go to the next stitch. And I'm sure you've got the hang of the bobble now, so I'll stop narrating it. But if you're ever confused, you can always go back, pull through all 5. Okay. So we did the 2 together, bobble, 2 together, bobble. And now we're going to do rotate bobble and half double crochet 4 times, and that will get us here to the end. Oh wait, sorry, we didn't do the second half double crochet, so we got to make sure that we do that first. Okay, so the second half double crochet 2 together, wrap it around, go into that stitch, pull through. We've got 3 on our hook, wrap it around, go into the next stitch, pull through. We've got 5, wrap it around, pull through all 5. Okay, so there we go. There we go. So now we've repeated that twice. So now we're going to do the bobble, rotating bobble and half double crochet until the end of the row, and I will meet you there. So for this particular pattern, you end with 2 half double crochets on the very end. And so it should look like this. So now it's time to move on to row 7. And this row is super easy. We're just going to chain 1, and we just do a single crochet in every stitch all the way across. So I'll just again show you in case you're kind of unsure of where you're going in. Okay, this first stitch is right here. That's the first one. That's your next stitch. Next one's going to be right in here. So you're just going to keep doing that all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of this row. If you're doing a larger size hat, you probably still have to do a bit more of these bobbles, because the beards are going to be a bit taller. So so make sure you're following whatever pattern. You can go back to past rows if you're unsure of how to do the half double crochet 2 together or any of that. So we're just doing single crochet all the way across. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we're going into our last stitch of this row. Okay, so we just did single crochet all the way across, and you'll notice that here in the middle it starts to it's kind of bubbling up the whole thing, and that's where the chin goes. That's why it's doing that. Alright, so now for row 8. And again, this will be different depending on the size that you're doing. But we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do half double crochet in the first stitch. And bobble. And we're going to repeat that 5 times. And so after you've repeated the half double crochet and bobble 5 times, I'll meet you there. Okay, so you've repeated the half double crochet bobble 5 times. If you want to check, you can flip your work and just count the bobbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're ending on the bobble. And now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 5. If you're doing a larger hat, you might be chaining a different amount. But that's for this particular pattern. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to skip 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're going to work into this 8th stitch. And we're going to work in a bobble. So here's how we're going to do that. You're going to wrap it around, go into that first stitch, pull through, so you've got the 3 on. It's going to feel a little bit different because you are doing a bobble from a chain. So what I like to do is just kind of pull this down with this finger and kind of pinch it. That's going to help it feel a bit better. So pull through 2, wrap it around back into the same stitch, pull through 2. Okay, and we're just doing our bobble as we normally would. So keep working into that. The same stitch, pull through 2. Now we've got our 5. Okay, pull through all 5. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like. And what this space is for, that's what's going to create this little space for the mouth. Okay. Alright, so now you're just going to repeat half double crochet bobble till the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. All right, we are on our last row for at least this size that I'm working on right here. So you're going to chain 1, and this is going to be very similar no matter what size you're doing. This is what the last round looks like. And you're going to single crochet into every stitch until you get here. So that's the first 10 stitches. So single crochet in those stitches, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we've done 9 single crochet, and then this stitch is our 10th. Alright, so now working, the pattern says work in the chain space. The chain space is this space here. So these stitches are going to be going just over this chain. Alright, so we're going to start with a bobble. So you wrap it around. Go in, wrap it around, back through that same chain space. So this one, we're just always working in the chain space. We're not actually going into the chains themselves. And we're going to be doing 4 bobbles with a single crochet in between them. So there's the single crochet, do another bobble, pull through 2, wrap it around, pull through 2, around, pull through 2. So now we have our 5, wrap it around, pull through all 5. Okay, so we've done 1 bobble, single crochet, bobble, another single crochet, bobble, back in, through 2, wrap it around, back in, through 2. Now you've got the 5. Pull through all 5. Alright, now another single crochet. Okay, another bobble. And this is just what's making the beard that goes across, or the mustache that goes across the top lip. Wrap it around, pull through all 5. Okay, so we got our 4 bobbles with the single crochet in between. So now we're going to work in the stitches, and we're going to single crochet across. And actually, we're not going to go there, we're going to go here. So just single crochet in each stitch to the end. 3, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now because we're working on it this way, the bobbles are actually facing the wrong way. So what you need to do is push those through. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so you made it all the way to the end. So now what you can do is just, I like to just kind of like chain on the end. Break that off, pull through, and now that is finished. So to finish this hat, you'll just need a tapestry needle and some scissors. So you'll cut the end off and just thread that to your tapestry needle. And before we ever stitch it onto the hat, you're just first going to start by slipping, just kind of working it into these stitches along the back so that this doesn't peek through. So you're just kind of working in the back side, and you just slip that through to hide that yarn there. Just like that, kind of pull it, snip that off, and then you repeat that for this as well. Also for this little, the mustache on top, because we were working on it backwards, the bobbles are going on the wrong side. So that's really easy to fix. You're just going to take your pencil, a little pencil eraser, and you're just going to push those bobbles to the front side. Like so. And so it will look like that. Now let's just compare this to this other size small beard. The only thing that I changed on this was the size of the hook. So so here is with the 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. Here's with a 5 millimeter crochet hook. If you were to do a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, it would probably fit an adult just fine. So it affects not just the height and the width, but also the width. So both of those things are affected by the larger hook size. So when you're finished with the beard, you're just going to stitch it onto your hat. Ashlee Marie recommends stitching it in about 1/2 inch into the hat, and that just kind of makes it look like it's actually a part of the face instead of just an extension of the hat. But you can stitch it on wherever. You may need to adjust it. Another option is you can actually just add little hooks here. You can just start here, you chain across and connect it here, and then you can attach it to the ears, or you can also do the same thing and hook them onto buttons within the hat. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to check out my other stuff, and if you have any questions, just comment in the comment section below. Thanks so much!